Hey guys, it's Spooked, and today we're going to be doing another one of those videos. Yes, those videos, the anime videos. Now hopefully this will be the last one I'll have to do until fucking spring, I think it is, when all the new shows come out, and I'll do 2 videos separately about that. But this video will be a summary of all the anime I've watched in fall 2016, and boy, it was a terrible season for anime in my opinion. There wasn't really anything that stood out in this season, and most of it was just repetitive crap. So get your protective goggles on, your anti-anime shields, and let's dive into, firstly, the worst animes of fall 2016. Occultic is something I can only compare to the bubonic plague. It was fucking shit, and I don't mean it was kind of enjoyable, but overall it was shit, like something like Owari no Seraph. No, this was boring, shitty, had no story, everything about it was terrible, and after watching this, I think I've grown several brain tumours. I'll give you a brief on what Occultic is. Basically, there's this girl who works in an office, she goes in a cupboard, then this weird pig thinks like, yo, you have to solve puzzles or you're stuck here forever. So, it's basically 12 episodes of her solving puzzles for shitty reasons. That is it. The characters are shit, she's shit, the pig's shit, everyone's shit. There's some rival like episode 11 that's ignored in episode 12 because who actually gives a shit? Whenever she solves one of these magic puzzles, a fucking crystal emerges from her tits. And then the pig's like, fuck yeah boy. It's also notable that they used the Drama Alert theme as some of their background music, so you're just watching it and then this happens.
Yuri, Yuri, せっかちなやつじゃわい。だが、効かん。博士。危機一髪。
大丈夫？ウドポくん。
ウドがまだ来てくれたんだな。
Overall, I think I developed cancer out of 10. Blood of Oz is also an example of terrible anime. It wasn't as bad as Occultic, but it tried to import too many ideas into one anime and just became so fucking confusing and all over the place. I watched the entire series for nothing to happen and a plot twist at the end, and it's just like, what did I just watch? So the premise is, basically there was large cases of insomnia, so they created this drug which then accidentally turned them into vampires, and then now they're put into this weird virtual reality world where they have to escape and figure out the meaning of it while there's monsters that kill them, and it's based on a Chinese webcomic. Now, I'm not trying to be saying that Chinese stuff is generally shit. I'm just saying every Chinese anime I've seen, apart from To Be Hero, has been god awful and terribly written, and I just honestly hated it. So this here I had to watch in 2 speed because I physically couldn't watch this. It was so boring, it was so panderous, just for it to go nowhere. I mean, the only really good thing was the ending song, which really didn't deserve to be in the anime. So overall it was kind of like taking the idea of the Maze Runner but then shitting it out, and then you got Blood of Oz. Now let's move on to some more positive animes that weren't completely crap. And they weren't the greatest things I've ever seen, but they were generally nicer animes and things you should check out if you got free time.
We were born to make history. We'll make it happen. We'll turn it around. Yes, we were born to make history.
The most popular anime of fall 2016 was Yuri on Ice. Now, Yuri on Ice is about gay people skating on ice. That is the only way you can really describe Yuri on Ice. I mean, it had decent animation. I know now it's getting a lot of diss because it won Best Animation, which no, it didn't deserve Best Animation, but it was still enjoyable to look at. until it got really repetitive. I mean, Victor and Yuri were great characters, but as you've seen in my video before on Yuri on Ice about it winning every category, it really did not deserve every fucking category. It was a great show, it was enjoyable, I loved watching it, I loved Yuri, he was cool, man. But that was about it. That's all the praise I can really give to a show like Yuri on Ice. It wasn't the best show I've ever seen, but it wasn't the worst show I've ever seen. Flip Flappers is my favourite anime of the fall 2016 season. It had stunning animation, beautiful characters, it was enjoyable and unique in its charm and storytelling. It didn't focus on a main story, it just had separate kind of side stories to each episode. But it was really enjoyable, it felt like an art project. Everything was just stunning and amazing from it. I haven't fully watched Flip Flappers yet, but the things I've seen, I'm on like episode 6 now, and everything I've seen has been beautiful and it's just really charming and lovely to watch. Paprika and Coconut are great characters and it's really just a fun trip to watch. It's stunning. I definitely recommend this to anyone, and it also has one of the greatest ending songs of fall 2016, animation wise and song wise of course. Occultic 9 is another show I haven't completely finished yet, but it has great dialogue from what's seen. A lot of people hate it due to it being fast paced and kind of confusing at times, where people say it's badly written and terribly done, but it's just because it's been rushed a bit. I mean, they fit the entire first volume, I think, into the first episode, which was really fast paced and all over the place. It's really hard to digest if you don't stay up with the pace, so that's the reason why many people would dislike it. But so far I am really enjoying it. It's got some great characters and moments from the show, but it's another confusing thing with the whole semicolon kind of animes. They're all like from the same producers. The only one that hasn't got like a really low score from that would be Steins Gate, but it's kind of like in the same universe or the way the company makes it. But that's that. It was so far so good, and probably you should check it out. You may like it, you may not. It's kind of 50-50, kind of like with Megakusti actors.
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Next we have an anime that raises the questions. Who made this shit? What is this shit? Why is this shit? As you can see from that little segment of the opening, Keijo is a very interesting anime about a sport in which they hit each other with their breasts and asses to hit each other off a platform. Now, if that doesn't scream a very smart business decision there, then I do not know what does. This is like full-fledged, intense, over-the-top fucking booty smashing the anime. Like, honestly, why was this made? That's my question. It was not really enjoyable for me. I mean, there's a lot of people who would like this. It just kind of got boring, the characters weren't developed, and it was just kind of like, how many fucking asses can we fit in this episode? Yeah, but overall the whole concept is kind of funny, and it was pretty decent for what it is, but it's nothing special. It's just that. It's that. It was the rival of Yuri on Ice in popularity, but Yuri on Ice did a lot better than Keijo did. Kiss Him Not Me is about a girl who is a weeaboo, who when her favourite anime character dies, she starves herself for like 2 weeks, and then she becomes a really hot girl who the entire population of her school want to fuck, even her best friend girl. It's a really funny anime, and it makes references to stuff like Black Butler and Attack on Titan. It was really enjoyable for what it is. I loved it a lot, just not because of the yaoi. It was just generally funny. It was a fun anime. It was fun. That's the anime. Watch it. It was better than Yuri on Ice. 1 higher than Yuri on Ice out of 10. Scorching Ping Pong Girls was a close contester to my favourite anime of fall 2016. It was about ping pong and girls playing ping pong, and it was pretty enjoyable for girls playing ping pong. The OP, which you just saw there, was so good that I bought it on CD, and I am now officially a god tier weeaboo. So that's that. But overall, it was a great show, great cast of characters, a great soundtrack in the background. I love that. And each ping pong, which I didn't expect to enjoy. I didn't expect to be sitting down watching an anime about ping pong, but I did, and I loved it because it had a great cast of characters smashing the shit out of them balls, you know. It was a great anime. I enjoyed it, and it was probably one of the best out of fall 2016 as a whole. There was a lot of other good animes in the full 2016 season, like To Be a Hero, The Great Passage, Drifters, Nanbaka, and WWW Working, but the reason I haven't mentioned those is because I don't have much to say about them, and I mean I don't want this video to drag on too long, because you'd probably get bored of me just talking about anime for like 12 years, which I mean I probably would do, but I mean at this point I've got nothing else to say. But overall, it was a subpar quality season. It wasn't really had any smash hits like Mob Psycho 100 and 91 Days and ReZero from the previous seasons, but it was still a fun season for different types of anime that I haven't tried before, and it honestly just turned me into a giant fucking weeaboo. So, yeah, fucking 5 out of 10 season. It was average, subpar, nothing great. Too many magical girl animes. There was Mayhow Shoujo, fucking I don't care anymore. Magical Girl Raising Project, that's it. And that was kind of good. It was action packed. That's something I should have mentioned before, but I didn't. That was kind of good. I mean, there was a lot of death. It's kind of like, wasn't Madoka Magica, but survival games. Yeah. But honestly, I'm glad this video is over. Now I can go grab a noose and die after experiencing anime. Join me next time for when I talk about anime from the winter 2017 season, which I hope will be a lot more fun to talk about because there's less stuff, and majority of the stuff I'm watching right now is heavily more enjoyable than the stuff last season. So yeah, I will see you guys then, and hopefully this is my last anime related video. Until then.